Yeah. Let's go with that. That might be the opposite though. Mate, you add class. You add class to the stream. That's literally what your job role says. Add class. It might not say that. Might have added it in 10. I'm gonna go grab my cup of tea. Yeah, you can do what you want. I haven't left you alone, but now I have. Might be better lit now. Might not be. Yeah, I do have a cup of tea. Right. Zin. Really? She's gone to get a coffee. Well, we're starting. What? There's no voice for Zin. Oh, I know why you can't hear her on the stream. Because I haven't added the source to this scene. I'll add the source to this scene. Let's do that now. No, I'm not talking to myself. Shut up. Media source, yeah? And adds in. Perfect. That's not gonna. That's gonna show. That shows her empty chair. I'm so bad at streaming. Oh, okay. Gonna be fine. Citizen gets back from her coffee. I'm just gonna go. We're gonna go live. We're live. We're live here with me and my new editor. It's a chair from GT Omega. We're not sponsored by them. I think bootleg streamer gives bootleg streamers a bad name. So Zin will be back in a second, and let's all welcome her to the stream. Isn't it? I've got something in my teeth. Oh, I've got my. Is that just the right balance? So I've been trying to do the white balance and set up my stream properly, and that hasn't gone well today. So we'll do a post-mortem. You're a saturation, so it looks like a disgusting tomato boy earlier. Can people hear UDC? So, oh wow. So that's even better though, because then we can have you in the future when you're bored, obviously, because I don't employ you. You can say stuff. You can say stuff to us and give us warnings.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, I won't say that. I won't repeat that. But thanks. It's good to know. Good to know. Well, Zin will be back at some point or arrive at some point. Who knows? If you'd like to ask a question of me or Zin, or about Star Citizen, or about whatever, a question in brackets, I will. She's being shy. We need to coo her in. You see? And that is how you get Zinya to arrive on stream. We do a little pigeon coo, apparently.
I didn't know how long you were going to make tea, and you usually just making the tea.
So. I had pre-started my tea before the stream, so that it only required half the amount of time to get my tea. So a lot of you won't know that I play a lot of Apex Legends in the evening, and I'm a big ball of rage when I do that. But between games, I go get a cup of tea, which means I spend about 5 to 10 minutes stroking cats and brewing tea. You took 10 minutes to get a coffee. And who's paying for that? Who's paying for that? It's not me. It's all these people watching. No. They're the ones that are paying for it.
It's not them either. You haven't paid.
That is a good point. I have not paid you yet. And with an attitude like that, young lady, you'll still get paid because it's a legal obligation. So this is Zin. She's been one of my mates for many years, probably at her expense. Long-suffering friend, I think, is probably a reasonable thing to say.
Like that.
And now she's working for BoredGamer full-time as an editor, and you'll see her editing style sort of evolve over a little while because she's...
So work out what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, well, I think that's fair enough. I'm still working out what the fuck I'm doing. I mean, you're basically covering the basis of stuff that I don't want to do or am bad at. Which is a lot of stuff, to be honest. What are you working on at the moment, Sin?
I'm trying to sort out your advert.
So, do you want to be more specific about that? I wasn't asking you to to justify what you're working on. Well, maybe I am.
I don't know. What do you want to know?
So what's the advert for? What are you doing with it? How's it different from my normal sort of like super low effort? How is it slightly higher effort?
It's got an actual video in it rather than just a web page.
Oh yeah, because
it's for NordVPN.
It is for NordVPN.
Yeah.
And we're going down the route of having a bit more skittishness. What I mean by that is not the term skittishness. We're going down to the route of skits, maybe, or being a bit surreal. A bit more interesting with the ads, because I almost certainly won't advertise something on my channel unless I think it's got direct use. Well, it would always have direct use for the audience, or something it has to be something I use. But I think that stuff that you advertise can probably be done in quite a comical way or in an interesting way. But
sorry, DC's telling me to sort out my microphone.
Is the audio wrong? Is the audio all right? Is BoredGamer UK going to be a variety show? Neat. It might be. Who fucking knows, mate? We'll still be doing all the Star Citizen stuff. It's just anything else will either be more Star Citizen and maybe some extra stuff as well as content. And you can see mine and Zin's friendship is already taxed. She's looking away from me constantly. I look away from her. I'll have my stuff over there.
That's my OBS window.
Yeah. Maybe I should flip you.
Sorry, I'll tell you what.
No, I can flip you. I can flip you.
I'll put it over
there.
there.
I was about to. I'm going to flip you anyway.
But then I won't be right.
That's good. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
You're too loud.
Okay.
And raise my volume.
Raise your volume. Yeah. Okay.
I have just raised.
Yeah.
I have just raised my own volume.
Okay, but you just told me to raise your volume. The audio's good. Now the audio's probably bad. I'll lower your volume again, okay? And am I lowering my voice? Sounds good. What? Sounds good that I should lower my voice, DC? Or sounds good... What? Mate, instructions unclear. Zin's now... I don't even know how she exists in over there. Right, let's transform this back to... Oh.
Well, they can't hear you, can they?
No, they can...
No one can hear DC.
Oh, no. I'm not into war. This is weird. Make you a similar size. They are. Perfect. There we go. Zin's coffee break. So, okay. I am aware that Zin is going to be a more valuable commodity and get more donations than me. I'm not happy about that. We're going to work something out so that I don't bankrupt the channel from Zin getting all the money. Maybe Zin, what I'll do is I will transform you 180 degrees and then shake the money out of you like this.
I don't have any money.
Someone just sent you $10. Michael Ike, one of my mods, just sent you money. If you do that, then all the money falls out of you and it could fall directly onto me. Like that. I wish I was good with... Oh my god, tip jar's a great idea. But I don't have a tip jar. Yeah. Right.
Oh, I've seen the stream delayed. That's funny. Though really, what you want to do is turn you upside down and shake you over a pile of chips.
Oh, that's funny. What? Because I'm an egg.
What? No, because you're salty.
Oh, because I'm salty. Okay. Perfect. Thanks. I don't think other people see me as salty.
No, they don't.
They don't know.
They don't experience that side
they don't.
of you.
Like, I'm really. I get very short term game rage when I play like Apex, when I play the battle royales and stuff like that. It's a realization almost immediately afterwards that I'm dumb. Not always. Sometimes I do genuinely think everyone's hacking. But you don't get that gets edited out always, so don't you worry.
Can you improve my green screen?
Oh my god.
It's really
Yeah. Read out some questions or something. Read out something while I'm doing this.
I don't know. How do you see like the questions?
Oh, you just look for them.
Do you just have to scroll through? Do you not have
so
something
typically
that
a question, will be denoted at the end of it with a question mark. Yeah. So.
Okay. Can you and Zin sing anything you can do? I can do better. No.
Next question.
What else? Has Zinya been an isolation-induced hallucination all along?
She's not my girlfriend, so no. Only my girlfriend is fake. Oh, that's not funny because it's true.
I can't read out Kit's comment because it's not a question.
You can read out other people's comments as well. I'll allow it. I don't really know what I'm doing. Filters. That's what I'm doing. So everyone else will have to bear with just the terrible nature of me being bad. Oh no, you've become a ghost? How's...
You should... it shouldn't be too bad because I've not got... Oh,
that's good, yeah?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah? It could be something in a minute and you'll be like, oh, can you change it a little bit so look a bit... Look how dumb I look, okay? You should look more dumb. Let's do that. Right. So yeah, if you'd like to ask a question to me or Zin, question in brackets, and we'll probably get on with the stream at some point.
DC says you look like you're the third party here.
Yeah. That's the problem, isn't it? Right. Why does... Yeah, good job, Kit. You're there as well. Well done. Are you a mod on YouTube, Kit? If you're not, you should be.
Yes, she's... Oh, no. I don't think
Yeah,
she's on YouTube.
we had 2 people disliking the stream before it started. And typically I'm okay with that sort of thing, and it's random. You can dislike stuff if you want, but also fuck off. How about that? Do you think about that if you disliked? Yeah? Yeah.
But some people just hate you.
That is...
You've got one of those faces.
I do have one of those faces, apparently. That's it. Oh. Don't want to hear it from you, Zin. You're contractually obliged to say I'm beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Oh my god, the power. The power. What we got? What we got here?
Who will Zin shill for? Whoever Board tells me to shill for.
I haven't really told you to shill for anything other than NordVPN, have I? And you're not really shilling for them, you're just creating a video for shill.
You're the one shilling.
Zin, as far as you're aware, does CIG or Star Citizen pay me in any way?
As far as I'm aware, they don't.
That's because that's correct.
But there's lots of things I don't know about.
Okay, fair one. In the old video, Star Citizen, imagine the music track... Imagine... In the old video, Star Citizen, imagine, the music track is absolutely amazing. What is that, and why is it not part of the game music? I don't know. Thank you very much, Raging Sage. Appreciate. I've got a big bright light in my face that Zin's partner told me to buy because it would make me look better, and all it does...
I also have a big bright light. Big bright light.
But it just sort of blinds me at the moment. I'll set it up properly one day. Or maybe I won't. I'll just buy something else.
Get DC to come around.
Oh my god. He is the best technical support. He's the most competent person I know by several magnitudes. There's a goal. There's a girl. Did Board wish real hard? Oh.
I'm not his girlfriend.
Oh. Gonna have to be saying that a lot. We'll have it come up as a thing on the stream occasionally.
I have a little disclaimer.
We literally talked about other people just constantly on stream saying, "Is that your girlfriend?" Just repeat, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. That's going to happen to you regularly." And that,
that's fine.
Well, it's more sort of like an insult to you because I think you could do a lot better, and you have. DC.
I have.
DC. Oh fuck. Right. What have we got? So,
what should be the first official Zin edited video should be now that she's working for the channel full time.
So you would have seen Zin edit relatively quickly the 3.10 tutorial. She did that.
And the 3.9 tutorial.
You didn't do the 3.9 tutorial. You did the 3.9 quick tutorial for the
I did
Expo.
The free flight.
Yeah, for the free flight one.
Yeah.
Let's turn down the music slightly because it's actually deafening me.
I can't hear it. It's okay.
So what you're working on at the moment, she's working on the NordVPN sort of like / sign-off bit that will go at the end of each video for the month. So that'll be the giveaway, anything that I'm particularly shilling for, and how you can support the channel and sort of like that will be dropped in at the end of most videos. And after that, we actually have a jobs board. On there at the moment is a lot of stuff, and I might occasionally take a snapshot of it and share it. So she's designing merchandise, which I will show some of the lovely merch in a second that Zin's been designing, or at least putting up online. Some of it's not really designed, some of it's literally just drop logo on t-shirt. Then she's going to be designing some emotes. She's got a load of stuff to do recording-wise for missions, locations, and ships for actually inside Star Citizen. Some of that stuff will be done both me and her together. I'm sort of like filming different parts of missions or being a cameraman. Something that hasn't been fully written as a task yet is exclusive video. So every month, at least twice a month is what I want to do, is have some exclusive content for my Patreons and my YouTube members, because that encourages people to do that. Sort of makes sense. And then there's whatever is sort of sensible that comes up. So at the moment, I'm working on a This Week in Star Citizen video, which I'll get done after the stream. And it will look at, there was a message, there was a dev response. Does each game server have its own iCache instance, which will partially copy sections of global database service for quick access? There's a big dev sort of post about that, which I'll cover as well. I'm not sure if Zin will be editing that one, but you'll see some of her stuff there. Why does Zin's camera look so much better? Shut up! Shut up, Kit. I'm bad at... I don't know why yours does look so much better.
Well, I've got a light on my green screen as well as a light on...
Is that what I need to do? Should I put the one that's brighter than the sun on my green screen? Okay. The boomer rage is strong with this one. Yep, that's pretty. I've got boomer APM. My actions per minute are pretty bad. Robert Carling, for being good sports and wonderful people. Thank you very much. I appreciate the money. Thank you very much, sir. Zin is an alpha. She hasn't been modelled yet. Oh, that was when she was not there at your chair. That's when it was just your chair. Good job, Zin.
Thanks. I try my best.
Are you planning to remake the inventory UI to like a grid-based inventory at some point? Because the current layout is giving me a major illness. I'm not. No. I mean, it looks like the UI that they're building for Star Citizen for the inventory system may be done by the end of the year, and hopefully we'll have some form of physicalized inventory by the end of the year. It looks like it's going to be grid-based. That's what they've shown. So, what else have we got here? So yeah, typically that people will put question brackets in. I suspect you've already realised.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Why is Zin's camera smaller than yours? I can just get. I can. Oh, right. Do you want me to make up?
Make my head bigger.
Okay, I'll make you bigger. Oh no.
You can cut me off. You don't have to have my full thing on there. That's the beauty of video.
You look about the same size to me. I don't care. Oh no.
Also,
No.
it looks like your camera's on the floor. Not the
Oh,
floor.
what have I done?
Your desk.
No. Not on the desk. It's on my monitor pointing at me.
If you've broken your overlay.
I broke it a little bit. Just. I need someone else to be in command of the stream. And run the stream and just do my job entirely. I'm not even sure what I do. And that's probably sorted, right?
Sorry, I've got a cat once.
So DC may be jumping in to tell us what was announced at the NVIDIA conference. When it's sort of like... once it's been announced, because something's happening today. What is it? # ultimate countdown or something? You got a cat? I haven't got a cat. I'm not... Oh.
I've got a cat.
With homesteads teased recently, do we know their ideas for us building those? I remember the Pioneer concept, but the recent teasers look nothing what was shown on the Pioneer. Yeah, so the homesteads that were shown recently, they're concepts for more like points of interest and locations and shanty towns and areas that will appear on planets. They're not necessarily, well, they're not built by the Pioneer. They might be able to be built maybe in the future by other things, maybe, but they were more sort of like point of interesty rather than just outposts, because you don't want the whole universe to just be Pioneer outposts. Zin, what games do you enjoy most? Or are you most into editing and production side of things?
I mean, I don't really... I like playing Apex, but does that mean I enjoy it? It's a very difficult game to enjoy.
Do you think you'd enjoy it more if I didn't play it?
No.
That's good. That's a good answer. Thanks, Zin.
It's in a bit of a weird place at the moment. I feel lost without my R99.
You can get it still. You can get it in the
Yeah, the care package.
Bread now. It's Artifact. Actually, Tin quite likes art. She liked original Artifact as well.
Yeah.
But then they got rid of that, and it became special interest men's streaming for some reason. That was a weird sort of meme that happened. But Artifact 2 we've both got, and we haven't played much of it yet.
Haven't played it yet.
DC desperately wants it, but I think he might be disappointed. I think I preferred original Artifact when I did Artifact 2, but we'll have to wait and see. Do you play anything else at the moment? Used to play a lot of RimWorld.
I'm playing a game called Chef, a restaurant tycoon game.
Okay, yeah.
That's lots of fun. But it's just mostly Apex.
Yeah, we typically play every night for quite a while. What is your end-all plan for Star Citizen? Do you want to build an org township in an outlying planet, or run a small Han Solo-like crew, for example? So I'd like to actually utilise and leverage the BoredGamer org to do some stuff in-game once Star Citizen's more playable, I suppose.
Yeah, you want me to do stuff with that, don't
Yeah,
you?
so Zin's going to be organising and helping organise events, getting little lieutenants to organise events and stuff, because I want to be able to do that sort of stuff as content. When you've seen sort of people's previous content, like Rexilla's content, Detoxes, people that have done these sort of like great assaults and boarding parties and attacked an Idris and taken one down and things like that. And I don't want to do that all the time, but I want to do that at least some of the time. And as we're moving more and more into Star Citizen, becoming more playable as a game, hopefully, we want to do more and more gameplay rather than just more and more covering the individual features, if you see what I mean. So, how are you doing? I'm fine. How are you doing, Zin? On a chat up line.
I'm good. Oh.
Bored is best boy. OBS, how did you set this 2-camera thing up, please? DC said add this source, and then Zinra's camera appeared. Zinya's camera appeared. It's is it his own streaming platform that he made?
Yeah. I don't know how other people do it.
Well, they use Zoom and stuff like that. Because I said I could just use
guess
Zoom,
so.
and DC went, no, they'll steal all your data. Or I might have said that. But,
I mean, this works alright, doesn't it? I think.
Anyone know how to get out of the 30,009 errors logged in? And every region has a 30K9 error. Go on support.robspacindustries.com, see if there's a fix for it at the moment. Resetting your character might work if that's what it suggests.
My cat's being a bit weird, isn't it?
What else?
My cat made a mess. One sec.
Put question in front of your questions. That is a good idea. That means we can pick them up. Does Zin's partner play Star Citizen as well? Yeah, so DC and Zin don't really play Star Citizen. Zin is playing Star Citizen now.
I'm forced to play Star Citizen.
You'll learn to love it.
It's alright, it's just a bit of a chore.
Yeah, well, it's a chore to do. Anything that you have planned to do in Star Citizen can become a chore, because the game is alpha, and it sort of like goes, I'm going to interrupt your playtime by throwing a spanner in your works constantly. And there's...
you spent all that time spawning your ship and getting to that location, and then I'm just going to close on you.
Well, then you're going to walk into a train which isn't there and just fall to your death. So, yeah, Star Citizen is, if you've got a plan in mind, it will try and shit on your plan constantly at the moment. That's sort of like the nature of alpha, in my opinion. However, if you go into Star Citizen just to mess about or as a tourist, you'll have a great time at the moment.
Yeah.
But how many hours could you do that for? Probably not that many before going, I've done everything. So we have to organise our own things, and part of that is we have plans, and that might turn a 2-hour recording session into an 8-hour recording session or something. RSI Polaris, when? Gib, it looks like they'll be working on the RSI Polaris before the Banu Merchantman. That's not confirmed, but it was suggested by CIG, but we don't have a timeline for that yet. How comes in is better at setting up a green screen than board already? So, no, I've just... Oh, your green screen looks better than mine, even though I'm the one that keyed it in. Oh.
Yeah, but like I said, it's lit properly. You've got a lot of shadow in yours.
Yeah, I'll put the sun lamp on later.
I have a tiny bit of shadow.
Zin, I understand if you're not comfortable showing this, but what did you do prior to joining board?
I was a pre-press and print operator for a company near where I live.
So designed vinyls and posters and prints.
I didn't necessarily design, but I corrected artwork and made sure it was print ready, and then set up the prints and printed them. Also cut vinyl. Yeah. So
Zin's very precise and ordered compared to my bucket that'll do approach. And that's going to cause tension between us, because I'll have a script, she'll proofread the script and change it, and then when I come to read a script, it'll be different, because I'm pretty chaotic. I think you're coping pretty well with my ad lib.
Yeah, no, I mean, there was that one time where you sent me a script and then the audio, and then I just replied to you very angrily.
Oh yeah, that was...
And I just remember I wasn't on voice comms, and you jumped on voice comms, and DC was there, and you're like, "Is Zin really angry with me?"
Well, you sounded pretty angry. It was I went quite off one. It was for the original 3.10 tutorial,
yeah.
And it was quite a lot of sort of like added bits that weren't in the script that then Zin would have to record, and because I was getting her to play through the tutorial, record the tutorial, so that knew it was accurate to the stuff and made sense and sort of like was contiguous. Is that the right word? No. It flowed well. I don't know what word you're after. Yeah. Is Zin short for anything? She's short for a human.
Yeah.
There's
no reason why I'm short. It's just my genes.
Zinya. It's Zinya.
Zinya.
With a lowercase z. Because.
Yeah.
Are you planning to Oh, that's alright. How bored do you get? How bored do you get, Zin, when you're dealing with BoredGamer? Oh.
It's never boring. Stressful. Difficult. Never boring.
That is good. I'm glad I'm engaging. That's what you mean.
You are.
Why I retrieve my ship with a destroyed, I can see the ship frame. I mean, I don't mean to be offensive. I don't feel that English is your first language, but that's fine. I don't really know what you're asking as a question. Alpha? What's Zin's favourite ship? Are you aware of the ships in Star Citizen yet, Felicin?
No, I'm not.
Do you have a favourite from any that you do know? Do you know any? Do you know any ships in Star Citizen yet?
What's that one that I've got?
I'll take that as a strong no.
It's not the Mustang Alpha, I know that.
Yeah, you don't like those starter ships, do you?
That's fucking trash. Pardon my language.
It's all you need to start the game is a starter ship. You don't need to buy ships to enjoy the game, unless you're Zin, in which case I will buy her ship so she can enjoy the game. What's your cat's name?
Charlie. That's safe to say because I don't use his name in any of my passwords or secret questions or anything.
Can I use store credit to purchase the Scoundrel pack and the Chairman's Club pack? I don't 100% know. That's not in my notes. You used to be able to buy ship packs with store credit, but that was a long time ago. I'd have to check for those individual packs to make sure. Blink if BoredGamer is holding you hostage. Everyone has to blink at some point. Okay? Ask her to blink.
I mean, we're not even in the same county.
We're both working from different homes.
It would be very impressive if you had managed to hold me hostage.
What is something that hasn't been talked about in forever, but you're looking forward to? Everything's been talked about a lot, is the thing. Salvage is what I want in the game, pretty quick. Physicalized components. Physicalized components add a huge amount to Star Citizen. That will allow you to have much better piracy, actually balance the game significantly better. For ship combat, they'll actually be able to start getting that into a more finalized state in so many things with the flight model and that sort of stuff. Combat and actually disabling systems that will allow you to do boarding, steal cargo. It's a huge amount. It's a huge amount of gameplay. Welcome, Sin. I trust you will keep Captain Monkey, my captain, on his toes.
Yes, you are.
I am, apparently. Bored/Sin, do you feel that we are returning to the stormier days of Bacchus Ascension with all the mounting delays? How do you see the Star Citizen as a project and Star Citizen delays and Star Citizen at the moment, Sin? Because I haven't really given you... She's literally just started for me today. Previously, she's had very limited Star Citizen experience. How do you see it? And choose your words carefully because of my audience.
I mean, so whenever I've had to show it to someone, I'm probably not the best person to explain it to anybody else anyway, but I've always gone like, it's a very pretty game. So it's got that going for it.
It's still very alpha at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's very buggy.
You would not play it had I not got you into it, would you?
No, I probably wouldn't.
I mean, MMOs in general aren't your sort of cup of tea anyway.
No.
But she's contractually obliged to enjoy it now, so... no, so some sort of more seriously, Star Citizen is not a sit down and play game. And you'll find people that, especially people that... A lot of gamers will want to get home and they want to play something that they can play and finish a session of and have progression. And you get that even with Apex Legends. You can complete a full loop of that and it is enjoyable. And you get your progression or whatever, completing a match, or getting better, improving your skill, getting your points or whatever towards your diamond rankings or whatever. But Star Citizen just doesn't have that, and a lot of people are waiting for that to be more complete. And I think that's fair enough.
I think one of the problems I have with Star Citizen, and I will, and I'm sorry if people don't like this, but I will keep kind of comparing Star Citizen to Eve, because it's one of the
what you have experience in.
Few games... Yeah, one of the few games like similar that I have experience in, and in Eve, you can literally log into the game and go straight to your ship and take off and fly wherever you want to go, and it doesn't take an awful lot of input. Whereas Star Citizen, when I've been having to create videos, I've either had the game like crash on me, or I've just crashed myself into a planet or a station or whatever, and then I'm having to start again from this respawned location, and it's just very time consuming to do a small amount.
Yeah, I mean,
and I think that there maybe should be an option to bypass that at some point. And obviously I know some people, like, walking around the stations is fun and it's very pretty, like I said, it's a pretty game. But for me anyway, and I think you might get a lot more people willing to play it as well if you can just jump in and go do a mission.
Oh, I see what
and
you
then
mean.
come back and relax.
Yeah, so that's an interesting one because a lot of people love the train journeys and the moving between planets and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, at the moment, I'd say that there is a disproportionately large amount of time moving to get to where you want to go because we don't have full persistence. You can't spawn in directly, well, easily. I mean, you can if you log out in your bed, but you can't spawn in directly in your ship where you left off to go and do missions and do more and more and more missions and then go back to port only when you need to go and repair quick and then go back out again. So it shouldn't be this huge sort of like it's 20 minutes plus of my time just to get down to a planet, refuel, repair, whatever, or get out of a planet to get back to do more missions. There's a huge amount of downtime, which I suppose for a lot of people that want to just play and do the missions is not appropriate. Also, you say about Eve, very much for Eve and completed games, you're going to have those gameplay loops which hold your hand, explain what's going on. You can have easy access to them, and they're not going to crash on you.
I'm not sure Eve explained what's going on.
Well, that's true. There's a big learning curve to Eve for sure, but it's all accessible to learn online through YouTube videos or whatever as well. Now you can argue that that's certainly true of Star Citizen as well, but those gameplay loops won't crash, and you can jump back into them. But again, we're comparing a completed game, Eve, which has been going for 13, 14 years or so, to Star Citizen, which is very much still in development. Actually, how long has Star... Now, Eve must have been a lot longer than that now. Oh, my God.
Eve's...
2003? Yeah. Eve? 2004? 16, 17 years, maybe?
DC would know. He's not here right now.
Yes.
2003, sorry. So 17 years, yeah.
JP Corwin, the lovely blind man, has Harby. He says, "Does Zin love your hair as much as I do?" Now, number one, you're very blind now because I am bald. I don't know if you're but also, she hates bald men. And DC...
I don't hate them.
Her partner has better hair than anyone else I've ever met. From behind, DC is a very attractive person.
Woman.
He's
He's
beautiful. He's beautiful.
He does not have the stature of a woman, but he has got long hair.
What else have we got? Sweet Cat. Once we have ship-to-ship docking, which is soon, I think, question mark. How long until we will see other features that it supports? So it looks like they're building the P-52, P-72 docking undocking with the Constellation at the moment. We don't know when ship-to-ship and ship-to-station proper docking is coming. We're hoping that's going to be by the end of this year. Obviously, they've got the cargo decks, which they're building for 3.11, the next major patch, and they've got the refinery facilities, refinery decks as well, which are for 3.12, and I suspect that they'll sort of need docking to expand those features out as well, so we'll have to wait and see, but I'm hoping for the end of the year. And I expect some functionality with that when it comes out, but they'll expand the functionality to more and more and more. Any intel on where the Hercules Starlifter will be completed? No. However, it's expected for Q4, the 3.12 patch by the end of the year. That's what it looks like. They have not confirmed that yet. Any idea what cargo deck missions will look like? Thanks and welcomes in. Cargo deck missions are just going to be a place that... So on the cargo decks, you'll be able to get escort missions. You'll be able to do all your cargo missions, so your delivery missions, all that sort of stuff. You might have cargo running missions where you get given a cargo that you've got to get from A to B. We've recently saw in the newsletter that there was time-sensitive cargoes, sort of like these green glowing canisters, which I'm assuming are part of those cargo deck missions. But yeah, anything that could be cargo related will be available from those cargo decks is the idea. Including escorts. How do you think settlements will impact Pioneer owners, if at all? What? I don't... You made my nose bleed. They're sort of separate things. You probably won't be able to settle... You probably won't be able to drop outposts by settlements. They'll be owned by something else. New to the game, what's the best city location for a beginner? I think Microtech, New Babbage there. You've only got really experience of that, haven't you, Zin? Or...
Yeah, so the problem I have with... I don't know if it's me being an idiot, but there's no mission-ready shops, like, to get guns and stuff like that at Microtech. Is that me being stupid?
No, it's not. So there is some very limited stuff from not New Deal. Whatever the shops. There is a shop there, which I can't remember the name of for some reason. It sells ship gear as well.
I think there's some. Yes, there's ship gear store. There's some clothing stores. There's some food outlets. But there's no. You can't get medipens and stuff like that. Sorry, med pens. Or weapons, armor.
What's the name of the big ship shop? Centre Mass. So Centre Mass sells some gear, but then the station above, is it Port Tressler? Above Micro? Oh my god, I've forgotten everything. That sells a load of armor and gear as well.
Right.
But typically, you can just pick up. You just need your pistol, and then you can pick up all the guns off the people you murder.
As long as you don't get shot.
As long as you don't get shot. What else have we got here? Welcome to Zinya. Bored is a great streamer with quality Star Citizen content. One of the few YouTube personalities I can actually stand. So, good choice to help him improve the channel. All the best. Thanks very much, Mum. Appreciate it. Thanks. Thanks. Will the Aspira Talon have the same kind of digital windshield as the Prowler? I believe so, yes, because it's got a solid front. Why is someone sending me so much money? Michaelike, why you do this? I'm going to read... Rita Woodcock. I thought that was a joke name for a second. I apologise for thinking your name was a joke name. Thanks you guys. You rock. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Michaelike. Hey, Bored. Welcome, Zin. Been running in my mole a lot this last week. The brightness of this fucking light is causing me to not be able to read very well. Have you heard anything about possible scanner improvements? Also, has anyone had the issue taking off from Lawville where your ship because stuff to the ground? From Lawville where your ship because stuff to the ground. Is that Tin, can you read that? Is that me being done?
No, that's what it says.
Okay.
I'm wondering if he's talking about the I don't know.
Stuck to the ground.
Becomes stuck.
Stuck to the ground. Should we interpret? So.
I mean, if he's talking about the problem I had, where I couldn't take off in your ship at all.
Yeah. So.
Like no matter.
Oh yeah,
how
you
much
did
I
have. We did have that, didn't
up.
we? You could move on the plane of the ground.
Yeah, I could like sort of roll it as it were backwards and forwards.
It would not take off, and I could make it take off, but you couldn't. Yes, we've had that problem when we've been filming. I don't know what the fix is. Reclaim your ship?
I don't know.
Pledge more?
If I've had it, I think I might have had it again, and I actually had to take off by sort of lifting my ass up and going backwards.
Yeah, but what about in-game?
And then... Fuck off. Try and be sensible.
Is this sensible? So you wedged yourself backwards?
Somebody said, I guess that's as if you're in decoupled mode, you can't.
Oh.
That might be why.
We went, no.
There's a lot of buttons that does things in ships, and I don't know what they do.
We shouldn't have been in decoupled. I definitely checked decoupled. But I didn't check to see if you were in decoupled.
No.
Oh.
I don't know these things. See, I'm like proper noob when it comes to Star Citizen, so that's why I'm so great to do the intro videos.
Yeah, because you actually go through them and do them to understand them while you're filming them. Maybe she was in decoupled and I wasn't, and that's what it was. And I just like, okay, that's quite possible. What else have we got here? So we will definitely be playing other games on stream, and there might be a second channel or other channels for other content we do in the future. Do you think the Mercury Star Runner will come with new quantum drive that is faster? No. Right. So, okay, the stock gear for the Mercury Star Runner should be probably pretty good. But it's going to be more about what you can outfit it with. Like, it's never going to be straight away have the best gear. It will have like class C and B equipment, I would expect. Hey BG, will we ever be able to hail our own ships while driving in land vehicle to open the cargo bay doors? They've talked about that before. They've talked about potential autopilots. They've talked about the potential opening remote doors, and they're not 100% sure what they want to do yet. That's basically what I've discerned. Board, can you persuade CIG to show us that Chris is alive? Yeah, so I don't know if you're aware of this, Sin. Chris Roberts, the director, CEO, the original visionary of Star Citizen, hasn't really been seen for a good few months. And previously, he was seen at least once every 3 months in a video called Pillar Talk. And then occasionally more than that in like the Inside Star Citizen episodes. They're sort of like weekly things. And he hasn't really been spotted properly in anything that's not been pre-recorded since CitizenCon. And then the Pillar Talks and stuff like that look like they were recorded last year. So it's sort of people are like, where's Chris? At the moment. Any ideas where Chris is in? I don't know, maybe you've got some insight?
No,
she's got no insight.
Sorry.
Thought you might. Maybe you might know. Don't think, just say. What is your gut feeling for a Squadron 42 release window? Q2/Q3 2021.
Is that what they've said?
No. No one knows.
Okay.
They don't give the release dates. Come on, Sin. How can you sell the dream with a release date when you don't meet it? So Star Citizen...
Wasn't it meant to be this year?
It was meant to be 2016, mate.
Oh, okay.
But don't bring up the past. Come on, Sin. Don't be like this. More seriously, it'll be ready when it's ready, which is a shitty thing to say, but it's sort of true. They look like they're... From all reports I've heard, they're not too far behind their target to having their beta out by the end of this year. That's an eternal beta for them for Squadron 42, not for us. And with that, then, based on bug fixing and getting it polished, then we'd know whether or not they're going to be able to be in a place whether they can get Squadron 42 out in 2021, which I very much suspect they will. I think it's going to come down to marketing when they want to release it. Like, they might not want to release it within a couple of months of them actually being finished, because they might want to polish it a bit more, market it, hype it a bit. So, but I'm genuinely expecting it in 2021. However, I have been genuinely expecting Squadron 42 for the last 3 years, so take that with a pinch of salt. Sin Zero, thank you very much for chucking a load of subs at me. Hook 2005 looks spew. Tarmal and Krichikununjug.
I'm gonna leave you in charge of saying names.
Why? Why would you do that? No one's...
Because I'm terrible.
You think you're worse than me.
You just own it better.
Yeah, I do own it better. I just go with it. I'm very confident for an ugly man. That's what girls say to me. Yes, just own it. Just fucking own it. It's fine. Thank you very much for that, Sin-Zero. I love your face. Oh, you're fucking best. Well, Michael, like, you're the best. Because you give me $100.
Everybody's the best of all.
No, not the best. Not everyone. Depends how much you donate. There's definitely a hierarchy there. Or do you think Star Citizen would be improved by having more avenues of progression beyond simply more money? As in unique skills or abilities, but done in an immersive way. So I see what you're saying there. Star Citizen very much has gone away from the skill system. It is very much a... you can do everything based on your own personal skill at it, how well you've learnt it. So no experience required in game systems. No leveling. No leveling, only your own personal experience. That's what I'm trying to say. Jaden Catterall, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome, Sin. Welcome.
Thanks.
So, Sin, from playing Star Citizen at all, do you think it could benefit? Because obviously EVE is almost purely, not entirely, but almost purely a skill leveling system. Whereas Star Citizen is the opposite. It's not a leveling system at all. So would you want Star Citizen to have levels and experience if it could? Do you think that's better for progression and capping things, or do you think?
I think it's actually okay where it is, and I think introducing skills and levels is going to affect their ability to sell ships.
Yeah.
To some degree.
I suppose all your skills and abilities are based on the gear and the equipment you have, basically now.
Yeah, I also think it's probably best without it because Eve is very much an Excel spreadsheet sort of game. You will pick something to do and you will just do it. And if you want to change what you're doing, it's going to take you months, maybe even years, to get all your skills up to the right level. Whereas obviously with Star Citizen, I think they want it to be accessible, have all like different avenues accessible to everyone. Like if you want to go do mining, go do mining. If you want to go do missions, go do missions. You don't have to retrain yourself or anything like that.
You still.
So I think it's good without.
What did you think about the sort of like skill ceilings and skill floors? So with Star Citizen, what the fuck is playing in the background?
You haven't got the side tube open, have you?
There was weird stuff playing in the background.
You look so very confused.
I am confused. Oh, it was the Nvidia fucking live stream. Oh, apologies for Nvidia music being played randomly. I hope that's not a copyright problem. But my issue for doing that. Oh, let's make sure that's all closed. I was wondering what that music was. I was like, that's not Darren Lamborn. I know the Star Citizen music pretty well. What was I talking about before getting confused?
The skill ceiling and skill floors.
Yeah, so your ability to sort of like easily access the content and do like, how did you find learning to fly and moving around the verse?
It's all right. I'm not great at it. Like, I'm absolutely terrible at dogfighting, but I still enjoy it.
Do you think you were terrible at dogfighting though because you were in a starter ship those times?
No, because I'm pretty sure I've done it in the whatever the other ship it is that I use. I've forgotten.
Doesn't know any of the ships. So it's all right, we'll teach you. So when I've got a nice list, because you've got loads of tasks, you're gonna have loads of specific ships. Cutlass Blue is I think is your other one. Or at least I think I bought you a Cutlass Blue.
I can't remember what I'd have to load up the game and have a look. I can't remember what it is. Actually, I'll just check my.
Right, she'll be a pro in no time. Don't you fucking worry. No one worry. Sin Zero, thank you very much for the bits. Very much appreciated. And AFKMR, AFKAMR. I don't know how to say your name, but I love you. Thanks very much for the bits. I sacrifice these bits on the altar of Twitch Chattery to remind everyone that Crusader Kings 3 is now live. Oh, I was actually talking to Zed about that yesterday. We'll probably play some Crusader Kings at some point. When is the next ship sale? So you will see a free fly weekend, I think starting September, or a free flight week, 2 weeks, a 2-week free fly in fact, starting September 9th. I would expect there to be ship sales at some point during the Ships Showdown, whether that's at the same time or towards the end of September. We've also got the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, which will probably be the biggest sales event of the year, on the 24th of November. And when 3.11 goes live, expect there to be some form of sale as well for anything that's new there, like the Mercury Star Runner, like the 100 series of ships. So sort of bear that in mind. How long do you think it will be before we have a good amount of gameplay loops, like salvaging or data running and stuff like that? Right now it's combat, mining, or package delivery and cargo and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so it's going to be a while before we have enough gameplay loops for it to be sort of like a sit down and play game. Expect sort of like things like repair and salvage probably to be pretty high on the agenda, because physicalized components seem to be high on the agenda as well. At least that's my expectation. It's all sort of like the same part of the same gameplay loop. And that actually adds quite a lot more gameplay, but it's sort of down to your personal preference how much gameplay is needed before you can enjoy yourself. But it's going to be a good few years before the game is anywhere near a semi-beta state. See what I mean? Something that's a bit more sit down and play. What else have we got? Really hoping to better understand the day in the life of a solo player in the future state of the game and its viability. Do you plan to have a video on that in the future? Yes, some people were actually asking for that. I'm saying, can you compare multiplayer games, gameplay and the loops there being an org compared to solo play, if I want to play entirely solo, if I want to play with an org, but mostly solo, is that viable? At the moment, we don't know. It's very viable at the moment in the game because you just play it as you want it at the moment. There's no sort of like true progression. You could argue that the fact that money and your ships are carrying across and assets are carrying across between patches is true progression, but it's going to be wiped at some point. The game is very alpha. It's only got a very small amount of the gameplay loops. So we don't know yet, but I can talk about it sure in a video, yeah. Do you think the multi-tool tractor beam is the prototype that will go into ship tractor beams? Yes. I think it will be at least tangentially connected into the sort of like the same sort of tech. Will new cargo staff mean that we have an inventory for cargo at major ports that isn't tied to ships? Don't know. There is certainly more cargo gameplay that they're building and UIs for that. Did you show Zin the Mercury Star Runner? She's seen it. She wouldn't know it's the Mercury Star Runner, I don't think, yet.
No.
She'll understand. Do you know what the Talon is? Because it's in the video that you're doing at the moment. You know what Talon is? Are you looking up Mercury Star Runner now? Yeah. I can see the colours appear on your screen. You want Star Citizen tools?
What? No, I'm on Google. Now I'm on Star Citizen tools. I don't know.
Star Citizen tools. A great website for all your Star Citizen needs, if they're wiki-based. Can you do finger guns? Zin, that's not a sexy thing. It's pew 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 pew. Like you do your fingers like perfect.
I can't push to talk and finger guns.
That's fine. I sort of pew 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 pew. You can just pick up your mouse. Pew 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 pew. Someone told me that non-backers who buy the game after official release will not receive a starter ship and will have to earn one in game. Any truth or speculation? That is pure speculation. I've not heard that. And in fact, I've had the opposite. I've heard that all the game packages for Star Citizen will include a starter ship. But who knows what the future holds? Not me. When do you think we'll see new MFDs, multifunction displays in game? They're updating the UIs at the moment, so you'll probably see updates from patch to patch. The ships that they release from now on, they should, as far as I'm aware, be with the latest, most up-to-date MFDs. What else have we got? Do you think that New World has proven how far Star Citizen has to go to be a game? It's complete and it's still not enough. Yeah, so New World, I played a little bit of it, and the first sort of couple of hours I played, it was sort of like a reasonably pretty looking MMO, but it didn't look anything more exciting than that. I will look at it and see what it's like. There's a huge... Star Citizen has a huge way to go. Like, and when Star Citizen's released, even if it's released to with all of the features that it wants, will that be enough? For some people, certainly not. And I think the more interesting and relevant question is, will all the gameplay loops be good? Probably not. And that's going to be partly based on opinion, but also some of the stuff's just not going to be as great as we want it to be. Everyone has different ideas of how that gameplay loop's going to play, and not everyone can be right. So that's why I think it's so important people get their sort of feedback and opinions in the game now in a civil, constructive way as possible. Does the Connie support other ships in their docking section? No, it will just support the P-52 and P-72 as far as we're aware. Any more info on the Odin? No, we don't have any info on the Odin beyond that it's a rumoured RSI gunboat. Do you think there will be a quantum drive module for the P-52, P-72? Nope. There shouldn't be quantum drives for it. It is a snub ship. Including brackets before... Oh, no, that's all right. J-Pad, I've just read out what your instructions were.
Smooth.
What?
Monkey, smooth.
At least people know they're going to get their question read, because I haven't read it before. I just read it as it stands. Do you know when the Hull B will return? What do you mean return? What? It's not been in the game! Can you add compression to or bring up Zin's mic, please? Yes, I can. I don't know if I'm going to. Say some more stuff, Zin?
Some more stuff, Zin. I was being a bit loud there.
Does it need more compression?
So, my video is better than yours, but my audio is trash, and I don't know why.
Oh.
I've always thought that. Yeah. It's alright, you're doing most of the talking anyway.
Oh yeah, I do like the sound of my own voice.
Well, you know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, Sin doesn't know what she's doing yet. Neither do I, to be honest. So what you'll do is you'll just get more confident as the weeks roll on at being confident at doing nothing or not knowing what you're doing. Like I am. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. You're here to clean this channel up, Sin. You're here to improve it. We want more content, relevant videos, pretty editing. Yeah? You're making stuff prettier. Bam.
Boom.
Boom. Are there any more in-game landmarks aside from Bennyhenge, Grimhex, and the Death Valley on Hurston in the standard system? You've got the crashed javelin. You've got a little hidden plushie in some caves. That's the main ones at the moment for Easter eggs. Any word on the Genesis Starline? No, nothing new at the moment. Do you expect medical gameplay to be more significant? Operating bandages, more immersive gameplay. So there's going to be some field medical stuff. So literally getting people back up, sort of stabilising them, jabbing them with medipens, using the correct item on them to help them or heal them or briefly heal them or stabilise them, whatever. There's also going to be getting them to hospital. There's going to be different tiers of injury, which can be treated in hospital beds. To how in-depth that is, we don't know yet. What else have we got? Does DC know what the Nvidia stuff was that they've been showcasing?
I don't know. Do you know what the Nvidia stuff was that they've been showcasing? Apparently they're just nattering about garbage marketing stuff.
Okay, we'll learn soon what's going on. From Star Citizen Leaks. How come it's Zinya's first stream, her camera is perfect lighting and is fantastic and crisp, and then Bored, I've lost count how many streams this is, and his setup is a shithouse compared. Just is. I'm bad, okay? I'm bad at streaming. We all know it. I'm bad at videos. I'm bad at streaming, but I'm the hero you fucking got, and you've got to deal with it, okay? Oh, you're gonna make my stream look better, yeah, Zin?
Am I not already?
Oh, just by turning up. I see.
Oh,
I see.
Yeah,
I see. Yeah.
And I brought a cat too.
You did bring a cat. Yeah, we need progression in Star Citizen for it to be a proper game, or at least more playable. I think that's a lot of people want Star Citizen to be playable now, and that's CIG's fault for having a playable alpha and then emphasizing the word playable as part of marketing. They shouldn't have done that, but obviously it generates money. And I think then you've got a load of people that are still happy to wait and are waiting and know that in the future it's going to be great or a lot better or whatever, or a lot of the stuff they've got problems with is going to be fixed, but it's a long way off. But you've also got people that are like, I'm comparing this to other games now, it should be playable, it's not. Or at least not to the level they want. Classification. I didn't actually mean leveling in the traditional sense. More like... Clarification, not classification. I can't fucking read. More like, say, Deus Ex upgrades, where you can aim better or sneak better with implants or similar ability or upgrades. So it's all going to be based on your gear and equipment, what ships you have, what mods you've put on your weapons and that sort of stuff. So there will be choices to make for your playstyle or the mission at hand, for whatever at hand. Do you agree that the pricing? Do you agree that the pricing for the RTX 2000 series is outrageous, and it would be stupid for the 3000 series to be priced the same? Yes, I do. Me and DC constantly complain about how expensive those cards are, especially if you're looking to get the latest one every year. When was the last time you upgraded, Zin, other than me buying you a graphics card?
I got a new PC in 2000 and, was it 16, 17?
So, yeah, so previous to like a year or two ago, we didn't feel like we had to upgrade every year. I mean, obviously you don't now, but like I want to be able to get 120 frames 4K. That's sort of like what I've been wanting for the last 3 years. I need obviously a monitor and a graphics card to support that. If the 3090 series is able to support that, great. Like, you want a mainstream card, you want a high-end mainstream card that basically goes, you can play 1440p, 60 to 120 frames, and with everything on the highest, and everything's beautiful, and you're not having any problems, you're having solid frame rates, great. And then, if you've got anything beyond that, if you want 4K at high frame rates constantly, then I'm fine with an outlying super expensive card, yeah, for my specific needs. But have you got any ideas for content, Zin? Any ideas that you want to do, or at the moment are you sort of like going, I don't fucking know what's going on yet?
I'm doing what you tell me. Once I've got used to like how you do things. Once we've changed everything to a better form.
It's true. It's true. See, Zin is very honest and blunt, and she's actually being pretty restrained at the moment, is what I would say, and quite shy. Yeah, so there's a huge amount of stuff I do really, really badly on the channel. And it is laziness and low effort, but it allows me to pump out videos. And one of the reasons that I've got Zin is that I want to be able to have significantly better production value on each of my videos. I want to be able to grow the channel. I want to be able to make stuff look a lot better. I'm massively inspired, and I suspect Zin is quite daunted by people like Morphologist and his... So what did you think of Morphologist's videos?
God, yeah. Well, he's... If I remember correctly, he's the guy who's an architect, like, sort of person. So his videos, to me, are very much like... like if you were like high end trying to buy a house or something, and you'd go to a showroom and they'd have this fancy video, and that's what his videos are like. It's like it looks like he's trying to sell this stuff. But it's all it's so well done.
Every shot, whether it's of a plant, whether it's of a shoe, whether it's a room, it all looks amazing. Yeah. And it makes me go, that shoe that he just took a shot of is better than any content I've ever produced. Like, it's... But people still watch my shit, so I'm like, if I could improve 10% towards what he does, that'll be such an improvement to the channel. And that's what you are. You're 1/10 of that architect's in. That's what I've employed you.
Thanks.
So yeah, we sort of inspired by that, inspired by... some of the other Star Citizen sort of like YouTubers that are making great content. It's mostly Haskaha with his camera angles and his screenshots, Morphologist with his just beautiful editing and videos. Who else is there that I like? Narian. There's a few people that do really great sort of edits. Who's the guy that does the ship buyers guides now? I can't fucking remember. I'm so sorry, I've forgotten your name. I was talking to you yesterday.
I should know, and I don't.
Yeah, I've sent you a load of his videos.
Yeah. I'm terrible with names, unfortunately, so...
Will we have to buy cargo bays? You will be able to rent cargo space on facilities, stations, landing pads, landing zones, where they have those facilities. So yes, you will be able to rent those areas. What else have we got here? Feel free to read out any questions that you find as well, Zin. I think people prefer to talk to you than me, to be honest.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna. Well, I don't know what's a good question. So.
Neither do I. I read them all out.
To be fair, I don't even know where you're getting these questions from. I'm looking through and I'm like, I don't remember seeing
Question in
that.
brackets.
Yeah, I know. I'm seeing questions.
Oh, okay.
But I don't see any of the ones that you're answering.
Subliminal. That is the person I was talking about. I'm so sorry, Subliminal, for not saying your name. Great content creator. It means that when I do, because I used to do a ship buyer's guide series ages ago, and I sort of covered all the ships that was years ago. When I restart my series, it's going to be slightly different because I don't want to not step on the toes of another creator. I don't think it adds any value. It would only take away value me creating another ship buyer's guide in a similar way because he does his so well. Michael Ike, but no one is as entertaining as you, Bod. Thanks, Michael Ike. I appreciate your delusion. Thanks, and your donations. If you could travel back in time to watch one person sneeze, Zin, who would it be? What?
What sort of a question is that?
It's constructed as a question. If you could travel back into time. I
do not care to watch people sneezing.
Yeah, but if you had to watch one.
If I
had to watch one person, you had to watch them sneeze.
I don't know.
If I had a light,
I have no preference.
If I had my old light that was in front of your eyes and was screaming at you, who do you want to sneeze? Who do you want to watch? On that, who? No, what?
I don't know.
Not DC?
What?
Do you?
I
me?
don't. I have no
Benedict
desire.
Cumberbatch? Just after he said penguin?
Only if he says penguin.
Penguin. Yes, people will slowly get indoctrinated into some in-jokes that we have now more regularly, like Benedict Cumberbatch saying penguin. Penguin. How will it work today when you log out lying in a ship's bed? As long as you've clicked on log out while you're in the ship's bed, when you log back in, you should be, and hopefully are, in that ship, with that ship turned off. Does anyone know when they're doing a CitizenCon stream kind of thing? So expect something around the 10th of October. CitizenCon is cancelled this year. But there's something happening around 10th of October when it's going to be. Do you know when the Prowler will be on sale again? Probably the same time they sell the Talon. So end of the year. But also should be on sale when they have the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo on the 23rd of November. I learned the word FOMO today as a marketing strategy. Do you feel that Warbond are FOMO sales? Yes. A lot of the ship sales are FOMO. One of our friends, Kit, suffers incredibly largely from FOMO. But you find that with pre-orders. You find that with a huge amount of marketing in games and exclusivity in games. It's a huge amount of FOMO. That's why a lot of people will pay a huge amount to get a game in earlier than other people and things like that. And it's one of the reasons that people buy a load of skins in sort of like Fortnite, even, because they want to impress their friends and they don't want to miss out on playing with them and things like that. It's sort of like FOMO is not just time-based FOMO or item-based FOMO. If you don't get it then, you'll miss out on it. It's also based on lots of other tricks going on. When all the ships go on sale for that special month thing, will they be on sale in Game 2 or just for real monies? Almost every ship that is viable in-game is available to purchase in-game now. But ships will not be available in-game to purchase in-game until they're flyable in-game. We are on a delay of several minutes. Well, at least I am, because I'm dumb. That is why you're not seeing these questions, because I'm super delayed and you're not as delayed. You're probably reading the latest ones.
Yeah.
Will the Caterpillar get on sale for real money sometime? Yes. Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. November at the very least. Someone just said Sherlock Holmes as an expletive. Hello, hello. Thank you very much for all the kind words and the love. Very much appreciated. On a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable are you that CIG will be able to scale server meshing enough to have a single unified verse? Zin, out of curiosity,
Yes.
what do you know about Star Citizen's development of what they are planning to do? So, you know the rough premise of Star Citizen's a big MMO. It's Eve, but you can walk around, sort of thing. Is what you sort of know about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, do you think they'll be able to do that?
I have no idea. I don't know what the capabilities are of the servers they're running, I guess.
Tell you what now, and this is a contractual between me and Zin, and between all of you, I will never ask Zin to lie or say something that is an untruth. If she doesn't like something, or she doesn't feel the same way as me about a particular mechanic, or the game, or the way it's going, whatever, you will hear it from her. I will not be able to stop her, nor should I. Nor could I. So, just be aware of that. Zin may have differing opinions on Star Citizen's development at any given time. But I think that'll be interesting to be able to discuss in the future, especially when something's been delayed or you don't like a particular mechanic. But then we can actually talk about it. I go, no, this is fine. It's going to be like this in the future, and you'll be like, nah, it's shit. No, that's fine. I haven't said in your contract or anything you have to agree with me on everything, have I? It's not.
No. I mean, it's a pretty basic contract.
It is a pretty
really.
basic contract.
It covers all the bases. I think there's like a
Is in
disclosure agreement, and that's about it.
Is there an NDA in that yet?
No, but there is a thing about me.
Yes. So
basically taking your stuff and giving it to other people or something like that.
It's a non-compete clause, I think.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting one, actually. So I'm an Evocati member. Zin is not an Evocati member. I'm NDA'd by CIG. Zin is not.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment, there are some videos and some things that I need to do and be able to convey to her that I'm not allowed to, nor can I yet. So I need to contact CIG and see if there is a way around that, or it might be there might have to be 2 jobs boards, one for Zin, who's not NDA'd for it, one for me. That's a weird one, but someone was asking about how does NDAs work when someone's working for you, and I was like, I don't know.
I don't know anything.
I don't know anything.
I know what you guys know, unless you're a Evocati, then you know more than me.
Yes. So at the moment, Zin's not an Evocati. I'm not sure if it's sensible for her to become an Evocati or not, but it is probably sensible for her to be NDA'd somehow. We'll work something out. For the Starfarer, let's get it fixed, please, question mark. We need it fixed and functional, as like for its mechanics. Like, obviously, maybe when they have Crusader in, maybe we'll have gas mining at the same time, or siphoning, as I think it might be, which is technically part of salvage. Zin is answering questions. Yes, Cameron.
Well, I'm answering what I can. I mean, I could try and do a kit and make it all up.
She's just confident. That's all I do, mate. Just be confident in your answers. A lot of content creators on Twitch and YouTube seem to be diversifying from Star Citizen or otherwise, sort of souring on their opinions of the state of the game. Souring? Should CIG be concerned? Cloud Imperium needs to communicate more. I'm not sure if they should be concerned. They should be aware that content creators and the community are key to their success to some degree. But they need to concentrate more on making a great game and communicating with the community. Obviously, I think content creators are really important because I'm a content creator. I'm a bit biased in that. But should they be concerned? I mean, they should be concerned about not communicating, and they should listen to people's opinions, for sure. Or at least note them. Your honesty towards our passion is one of the many reasons we will love you so much, Board. And Sin. In brackets, though. In brackets, like an afterthought, Sin. You know. Mm-hmm. That in your potato head. Oh.
I don't have a potato
head. You don't,
head.
do you? That's a bit harsh, wasn't it? Is the distinct lack of cranberries in the game after 8 years evidence that CIG are failing the backers? Jag, so we're getting cherries. It looks like in 3.11 that we can throw at things, and toilet rolls. So maybe cranberries are right around the corner. Do you think it's fair that people grinded for hours on end, and just because the game gets released, it'll be reset to make it fair to new players? Do I think it's fair? Yes, I think it's fair. You're fully aware that that's going to happen. Also, you will have a massive advantage if you've been grinding because you know how to do everything.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I think it's fair.
It is fair. I'm trying to... I mean... Yeah, you're given all the information.
You might not like it.
The benefit you're getting is still there. The benefit is that you know how to do those gameplay loops better than someone that is entirely new. We will be able to purchase ships that are still in concept. Will we? We will. What?
Will we?
That's not what he says. He says we will.
I know, but it's a question.
Like, I haven't got to the question mark yet. Will we be able to purchase ships that are still in concept, like the Crucible and Endeavour, at the end of the year Intergalactic Aerospace Expo? Yes, almost certainly. I can't say for sure, but that historically is what they do. So almost certainly. Also, let me show you something. Blah, 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 blah. Oh wow, it's put my face really close. I'm so sorry. I just have to deal with my face being close. So, yeah, I have zoomed in. So this is showing expected potential sales for September onwards. So CIG have made so much more than previous years already. So by the end of August, they've made more money than they've made any other year from sales. So we've got the historically biggest 4 months of Star Citizen sales to come as well. Now, May is massive for sales period because of the Fleet Week sort of sales, which is basically a Intergalactic Aerospace Expo that they did with a big free fly and that sort of stuff. And with some events and in-game stuff going on. So expect Fleet Week to be like that, but there's going to be more things on sale. So there was a limited amount of like military ships on sale for Fleet Week. So the potential for Intergalactic Aerospace Expo to make over 20 million, to make over 30 million is a real possibility in a month. And that's a bit mad. But lots of people keep on asking me about Star Citizen and its funding and is it worrying about their funding and stuff like that. But it's only worrying that they're making so much money and it's going more and more and more. And I think that's partly because a lot of people really are in love with the Star Citizen idea, but their marketing's getting better. And we can certainly probably start having conversations about, are they predatory at all with their marketing and things like that. And we will talk about that at some things, at some times, because I think it's definitely fine to be able to talk about CIG and how they do their marketing and how they do their ship sales and all that sort of stuff. That you sort of keep them honest, keep them clean, for sure, or at least give your opinions on that sort of stuff. But Star Citizen would not have been funded had it not been for their monetization model. Well, almost certainly wouldn't have. I can't tell you what 100% of what ifs, but it certainly wouldn't have been funded to this level. But I just thought it was interesting that they've made more money than they so far this year than they have every other year. So yeah, it's mad. 15 million's in. 15 million in May they made. 15.
Yeah.
And how much?
That's a ridiculous amount.
How much
of
do
money.
we get? Fuck all. Send me more. Send me more than fuck all, CIG, and then I say I'll show the CIG. So in regard to what you said as well, J-Bird, I think it's easier to be honest when it comes to that sort of stuff. Because, okay, there is no problem in shilling for something. As long as you say you're shilling for it. There's literally a problem. Yeah. I commonly see people say, you're shilling for them. There's undisclosed agreements going on between you and CIG and stuff. There's really not. I wish there fucking was.
I mean, you definitely would say.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, thank you.
There's no reason not to.
But also, I don't think I'd be able to hide it. I don't have the sort of ability to. Sort of a bit. I'm too erratic to be able to keep secrets when it's that sort of thing. I hate Eva Carty stuff. Fuck me. I hate the Eva Carty agreement. Ugh.
DC wants you.
Oh, well. Okay, have they not said about the 3090s yet? So, do we know anything more about... So, is that dollars? So, did you say 700 or 800? So, they are getting back to at least towards what they used to be for the top end or high end. But the 3090s, we're thinking what? They're probably the TIs? Okay.
Just remember the stream can't hear DC talk.
Oh, come on.
So you're talking to an invisible person
So,
right now.
1,500? Fuck off. Okay. Okay. So, announcement from Nvidia. 3070s. What did you say? $500? Is that right? $500. The 3080s. They're going to be $800. I think $700. $800. $700. And then $1,500 for the 3090s, which we're thinking are the new super top end TIs, but they might even be a bit better than that. So what's the benefits of the 3000 series over the 20 series at the moment? Yeah. The 3070, yeah, performs in ray tracing. It performs as good as a 2080 Ti. So they are pushing the boat out with ray tracing with these. One second. Don't speak, Sin. I'm going to turn on mumble comms. Yeah? They be able to hear you.
In theory.
Yeah, they can. They can hear you. Go on, say that again. What's going on with the 3000 series?
The 3080 is supposedly 3 times better than the 2080.
Is that just for ray tracing and RTX stuff?
That's rastering and RTX. Just
Okay.
general performance.
Okay.
The 3070 is going to be 2080 Ti sort of area. And the 3090, with its humongous price tag, is going to be roughly 4 times the performance plus with the 2080 Ti.
Do you think that 3080 or 3090 will be worth it at all?
It looks like the performance boost from the 3070 to the 2070 to the 2080. That again, it doesn't look to be incremental according to their graphs.
Okay. According to their graphs.
Yeah, their graphs have always been a bit misleading. So.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Did we know when they're coming out?
September.
So, oh wow, that's this month.
Yep. End of
I've
September.
just fucking bought graphics cards.
Same here.
Yeah, but you did the whole. Can you show off mumble?
Yeah, done it.
Thanks.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
But you did the whole sort
Thanks,
of.
CC.
Do I buy a new graphics card or do I hold out? And you'll just end up holding out forever otherwise.
Yeah, that's a good point. But also, I mean,
You've got to bite the bullet. At
well,
some
I can
point.
build my Star Citizen PC, the rig that I've been planning for ages, properly. Get one of those graphics cards. We'll build it with the 2090, the 2950X AMD processor that I've got from the Alienware rig that Azatec sent me. Thanks, Azatec. And we were building with Azatec in mind. We're using their cooling as well and stuff like that because I want to show them some love because they have shown me some love. See? That's how you shill. That is how you shill.
Didn't you get us some coolers?
We got a load of coolers as well from Azatec with BoredGamer
Yeah.
logo on. I gave some of those
I
away.
haven't actually installed that yet.
Oh, they're the best coolers for cooling, and they're super BoredGamer exclusives. Do you know what else is a BoredGamer exclusive? Sin?
Oh, what's another BoredGamer exclusive?
I'm trying. 1 second, mate. I'm trying to find. Can you link me to the? Wait. I don't know where the store's gone. Found it. Don't worry. Don't you fucking worry, I got this. Do you know what else is a BoredGamer exclusive? Oh, there's merch that Zin's been designing. This is Zin's. She's been putting on things. This is so there will be a range of merch over the coming weeks, like some quite interesting designs and stuff we spent more time on than just gone paste the logo onto socks. You had to copy and paste it each individual time, did you? I like the one at the bottom right that's basically just the eyes peeking out. It's peeking out from the socks. He's a naughty little BoredGamer. But that. What? What do you mean? Once they're printed? Yeah, but that's the thing that people are getting, because I'm buying some of these for me. All of my socks are going to be these socks. Because then there's no confusion in the house whose socks they fucking are. Yeah? Okay, so yeah, we're adding what will this. There'll also be this will be integrated into YouTube. We're to see how it goes. People got ideas for merch. I will sell the fuck out for my own merch happily. Don't you fucking worry about that. Right, boom. No, that's the wrong button. There we go. Why am I bad? Why am I bad? Oh my god, I'm bad at life.
This is your job.
Oh, is it? Did someone say merch? Thank you very much, Steampunk Devil. Thanks very much for the donation. I'm not sure why you donated to talk about my merch, but it is appreciated. Eve is a spreadsheet sim. So doing spreadsheet sim for Eve allows you to do Eve a lot better. And where that is the most competitive factor of Eve. Being able to outplay your opponents, because a lot of the top end stuff, everyone will have very, very similar or the same skills when they're doing high end PvP. So you just need to be faster, smarter, and be more organized than your opponent. So I really like it for that. I used to do huge amounts of trade in Eve. I did some PvP, but much less compared to just trading, looking what was valuable in some areas and moving stuff around. Do you think there will be ever be player-created ship contests again? Maybe in the future. The problem is that CIG have a hard time integrating a ship that is made by players into game, as you can see from the Redeemer, where they had to entirely reconcept it. Zin, I've been a backer and have played a lot of Star Citizen since May. I've actually never once heard Chris Roberts' voice. Have you heard him speak? Follow up, how do you pronounce B-E-T-A?
Beta. Beta?
Oh, you've pronounced it both ways.
So, the problem is my mum is
She
from
is
up
a problem,
north,
isn't she?
and my the other parent that I had, we don't talk about anymore, was from quite well spoken, and I will flip flop between pronunciations.
Can we get BoredGamer flip flops?
No.
Okay. What about shower caps?
I think if I've heard him talk, it's only been in one of the old videos.
You might have heard him.
Can't say I've heard him IRL.
I think I put him on TV when we were at 2018 Private LAN.
I don't remember that.
We were drinking a lot of wine, and I was really fucking pissed. I was very drunk. Then I turned up on Twerk's podcast really drunk. Great. That was great. Not for him. It wasn't. But
Beta.
is that what you're going with? Beta.
Beta.
Not beta?
Not beta.
Beta. I agree. Beta. Brad, I know I upped my pledge from... No, why am I reading your thing out when it's not even to me? Who knows? Do you believe the global situation and lockdown has had a huge impact on sales this year due to folks saving money, working from home, and not going out to spend money doing other things? So, I think global lockdown has made people spend more money on entertainment and takeaways, oddly.
I know I have.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. They've probably bought a lot more from supermarkets, mixture of panic buying to start with, and then drinking from home. Quite literally, I think a lot of people are doing that. So it's definitely changed the landscape. For Star Citizen, looking at them, the money they're taking, they've made a ridiculous amount of money. Is that because more people are bored at home and because they need more entertainment? Potentially. Is it because they're spending less on a lot of other stuff? Because they can't go out? Yeah, maybe. We don't know yet. But you can look at their figures and see that more people are spending money. And I do think that the games industry is doing very well out of the whole lockdown. Do you have any thoughts on that, Zin? Like, obviously, it's changed our eating habits and our sort of like way we live our lives. Although, I suppose both of us and DC, we didn't go out much anyway.
Yeah. I think I've definitely spent more money on games during lockdown, because I was furloughed for most of it. So yeah, I can imagine that people were spending more money because they just had it there and they're like, well, I might as well spend it on something that I'm going to enjoy.
Yeah. I'm out of curiosity. Do you remember what the largest digital purchase you've ever made is? Like a game or a piece of whatever, or the most you've spent on
Digital.
A game?
Probably the Evolve.
Oh, Monster fucking Edition. Or did you not even get the Monster Edition?
No, I did. I got the Monster. What was it?
Apex?
PC Monster Race.
Yeah,
edition.
PC Monster Race. That was the one.
That's the one I
What
got.
a fucking disappointment. Like, I loved Evolve for a little while.
We played a lot of Evolve.
I loved it. I love that sort of asymmetrical, quite hard co-op. But it does cause anger. I think it used to get quite upset because it was mummy and daddy arguing when we shout at each other. Shit. How times have changed. Now I just shout at everyone else, like that I play games with. Basically, I accuse everyone of hacking when I play Apex. It's I don't know, just something I do. What about the most you've spent on a game in total ever? Like, have you spent a lot on games ever where you've bought multiple purchases for them? Like, you know, a little bit of filet, a little bit of skinny skin. No?
No.
Okay, just okay. £100 on the PC Monster Race Edition.
Yeah.
I spent $3,000 on spaceships, mate. I spent 300 quid the other day on spaceships for... Oh, man. I've spent more than your digital purchases on you for spaceships.
Yeah, probably.
Having been playing a lot of Microsoft Flight Sim recently, I'm loving all the buttons. Do you think we'll see the right balance between realism and arcade experience for controls? Yes. So they are having a very, 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 very tactile cockpit experience that when you press buttons on your keyboard or your mouse or your HOTAS or your joypad or whatever, that will actually touch the appropriate button in game. You'll be able to find that appropriate button in game and actually touch it with the interaction system. So there's going to be loads of ways to interact. So if you want the really tactile buttoniness, you can do that, or you can hotkey everything, or you can use the interaction wheel for everything. Have you seen Dual Universe? Yes, but I haven't been following it very, very recently. I'll be taking a look at Elite Dangerous and Dual Universe properly in the coming weeks. Innovo! I didn't... Well, however you say your name, thanks for the money. Love the duo officially joining forces. Looking forward to a great year of Star Citizen on the BoredGamer channel. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. I suspect Zin will be potentially very effective. It's literally going to be based on how I utilise her and how I prioritise her. Like, I'm very much hoping that we are able to work together to work out the best ways of doing stuff. Zin is very efficient. And very sort of like want stuff done precisely at the very least, which I wouldn't refer to her as
at least pretty much the same every time.
Well, say that, and I'm chaotic, and I'll just sort of like that will change. Like I'm very bipolar in the way I run my life. I think the other thing is that I wouldn't refer to you as a artistic person in the sense that you don't have an idea for something that you want to do. Like you wouldn't go, oh, I want to have avocado socks with your face on. Or something like that. You're sort of like,
I mean, I don't know why I'd want to put avocados on my feet, but
But
sure.
you're making avocado socks are going to be one of the socks you're making, mate.
You mean socks with your face as an avocado?
No, as an avocado, just an avocado, because it's avocati.
Okay.
Avocati are known as avocados.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, it's still dumb. Your socks are dumb. Okay.
Your ideas
Yeah,
are
see,
dumb.
well, you will do them and you'll be happy about it, or at least you'll be paid for it. What else have we got here? Yeah, I'll look more into the new 3000 series for sure. But we will be building a Star Citizen gaming rig, and I suppose updating my recording rig at the same time. People spending £250 on Star Citizen, $540 on the Explorer package for Star Citizen. I think for a lot of people here, I suspect that the most expensive digital purchase you've ever made is in Star Citizen. For work, I just spent $100,000 on security software. Oh, wow. Wow. What does it do? Just get a free one. Get something free and just... It's like an antivirus? Just go... What's a free antivirus?
Yeah, just don't spend money on it. Doesn't matter. The security's not that important.
Well, you can get a cheap or free version, can't you? Just get a cheaper one and then pocket the rest. Come on. Come on, Ricky. I spent £120 on whatever the top tier Microsoft Flight Sim package was. Okay. And I think my Star Citizen expenditure is like £600. Okay. A lot of people spend a lot of money on Star Citizen. But that's the funny thing. I don't think anyone needs to buy anything more than the Star package, quite genuinely. Like, if you want to play Star Citizen and you want to get the most enjoyment out of it, I don't think you're going to get more enjoyment out of Star Citizen by buying more ships. Like, quite genuinely. It might make you feel fuzzy and warm inside. It might aid the project. It might help with that sort of stuff. It might... but I think you're going to be able to get just as far whether or not you buy those ships, because you'll be able to get them in-game. Or you'll be able to play with someone that's got one of those ships that needs crew. So otherwise we're going to have so many people that we need to fill ships with, and we're not going to have enough bums. No bums on seats. What exactly is a quid? Would you like to explain what a quid is, Zin?
Somebody's just explained, but yes, quid is UK slang for £1 UK pound, or a UK pound.
A UK pound.
GBP.
Great Brit.
DC just said it's a nugget, isn't
Oh,
it?
a nug.
So £5, £5.
How much is a monkey?
Not worth much.
Oh, how fucking dare you. Is a monkey 20 quid?
That's... A pony's 10, isn't it? Oh, we're gonna have to start looking up UK British slang for money.
A pony's 25. A ton is 100. And a monkey is 500. Monkey is very valuable, actually, Zin. So... Fuck you. Board, thanks for doing the spotlight. No worries. So I'm probably going to give... Okay, so the way I'm going to handle the spotlights is I'm probably going to say, I want an org that does this for a spotlight, and give that to Zin, and then she can look through potential orgs and just sort of choose one, and then I'll contact them. Because then that's quite a lot fair. That's quite fair, because she'll be going, okay, they meet these requirements. And I am going to be massively biased based on me knowing the people there. Oh, I don't know. It's hard to choose orgs for them. But we're doing at least one a month. Thanks for buying ships with real money. The thing is that buying ships with real money saves you so much time in the game. When you want to farm for bigger ships, you need bigger ships. That's true, but saving you time in game means I am skipping game content because I don't want to do it. That's what you're saying to me. That's what that means. And that's fine, but I don't want to skip that content. I want to grind. I want to be moving around. I want to remember how hard it is to get and leverage the money at the lower stages compared to what it's like at the higher end. So I can work out the value of the money in game and stuff like that. It's sort of all important to me is wanting to do economy gameplay as well, and for getting a real experience for the game. Because, yeah, you can spend £1,000 on ships and go, well, I've got all the ships in game. Then you have to worry about being maintaining them, being good at using them for the particular tasks, and buying the components for them. The components, I suspect, when you get the high-grade components, just like in EVE, they are going to be the most valuable, most expensive thing. And when you lose them, well, maybe you'll be able to insure them, but that will probably be quite expensive to insure these sort of super high-graded components. So sort of remember that as well. You are buying the hulls of ships, not the full loadout of a ship. Well, you're buying a default loadout.
Base package.
A base package. Thanks, Sin, for using real words. I need to bio real quick, so you're going to have to answer questions. See you in a minute. Just say stuff.
I can't answer
Just, I don't know, just jiggle your face around like da 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 da.
Thanks, monkey.
No worries.
Yeah, one thing I was going to say is Star Citizen does lend itself to a game that you can spend lots of money in. That's literally kind of how they make their money as well. It's not my channel. It's like other games, though, you'll be able to buy add-ons. Even, I think, possibly one of the games which has got the most add-ons to it is like some train sim. Even then, you probably can't spend as much money in that as you could in Star Citizen. It is ridiculous the amount of money you can spend in Star Citizen. I did say earlier, but my cat is called Charlie. He mostly comes and pesters me when he's hungry. He has been fed now. I'm definitely a cat person. I'm not fond of dogs. They're alright, but they take too much effort. I like the fact with cats you can just sort of leave them to do their own thing.
I think I said don't admit to being a furry on stream. I think that was one of the things I said.
I never said I was a furry.
You said you were a cat person. I'm pretty sure I heard that.
Somebody asked if I was a dog or a cat person.
Yeah, they meant, are you a furry? Oh, sorry to leave you. I mean, Zin streams occasionally, but she's not used to streaming in front of...
I don't have people on my streams to talk to.
It's all good. I just sort of like to leave you there. Like, Zin, you're in charge. Don't break anything. Bye. See that in the video? You can see the woman there, yeah? Hologram.
Yeah.
Chatting to her on Twitter. She does the voice and the mocap for her.
Right.
So she's got another character that's we're going to see soon in Star Citizen, that she wasn't allowed to talk about, but she's a proper geek. She's a proper gamer. Zen, what's your... Zen? This is Zin, not Zen.
Zen? Who said Zen?
Lol. He's probably heard me say Zen before, and probably heard Cameron say Zen and Zen.
Wait, no, maybe he was asking Zen.
Is Zen here?
No.
It seems unlikely then, doesn't it?
If you're asking me, I don't have a clue. I have not experienced enough to have an opinion on that.
What's your favourite Star Citizen weapon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Might still be the railgun. I just quite like...
What, for you?
Yeah, I quite enjoy the railgun.
Oh, nobody cares what you like.
Oh, they do. They really do. How dare you, Zin? That's doctoring your pay. Right. What else have we got?
But yeah, I'm not a furry. Just to clarify.
I love the fact you have to clarify that. That's amazing. how's the patch now? So 3.10.2, very stable for a Star Citizen build, at least for most people. There's obviously going to be outliers that just can't log on or something. But for me, very stable. You should be able to get a good few hours without experiencing any major sort of like game interruptions, is what I'll call them, gaming breaks, where you sort of like get disconnected or whatever. It's pretty good at the moment, and there's a lot of problems with Star Citizen still. It's definitely worth having a look at the patch notes and seeing the major issues so you can just avoid them. I think for me, I avoid the bugs because I'm aware of them. Probably what it is. With first impressions, what advice would you give to the devs to make it easier for new players? Any ideas on that, Zin? Is that something you could...
I don't know. Like, as far as I know, they do pretty good, like, introduction videos, and obviously you do good introduction videos.
I'm nodding in agreement with a smug face. So yeah,
I'm sure there's something that I've thought of at the time. I can't think of it now. But mostly I've not had a problem. So
the problem I have with Star Citizen is that it doesn't hold your hand and doesn't tell you what you're doing in game. There's very little signposting in game. You can find a good amount outside of the game, but you want to be able to jump into Star Citizen as a new player and for it to be able to hold your hand if you require hand holding, if someone is not in game to show you. There's a guide system, there's a load of external help that you can get, but they need to start, at least at some point, putting in-game tutorials, in-game starter missions that hold your hand, and just general signposting for when you might be an experienced veteran player, but you might not want to think. You might want to just do. Because as you were saying earlier, like, you don't want to, at other time, you don't want the downtime of having to move between every area on a train, get up into the landing pad, fly up into the atmosphere. So doing that repeatedly, if you're a combat pilot, if you're not a cargo pilot, is going to be really, 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 really sort of like taxing on you, potentially. But that said, you did play, is it Euro Truck Simulator and that train sim? What were those games you were playing? Those...
I've got Euro Truck Simulator, and I've got one of the train sims because I was watching.
Was it Womble?
Quebec.
Oh, Quebec play it. Okay.
Quebec play it.
Okay. So Zin has played those sort of like and seemed to quite enjoy them when I was chatting to her. Although me and DC mocked her quite a bit for enjoying the train sim. But you seem to quite enjoy it. It was pretty chill. I could not see.
Yeah.
I do not understand the joy of that. But I'm quite happy grinding cargo money in Star Citizen, and the downtime of moving between planets and stuff I actually quite like. That it's pretty chill. I know maybe it's because I'm quite happy to toil. Like when you used to have a proper job, and we were playing Rust. So the first time we played Rust, and
oh yeah.
So this was a few years ago. I was super depressed, but I needed to constantly keep my mind active, and I didn't sleep very much when I was quite bad with my bipolar. So I played a lot of Rust for like maybe 17 hours a day, or something stupid like that. And I'd grind, and I loved the toil of grinding to get these resources to then blow up people's bases with Zin and DC in the evenings. Although that also made me quite grumpy when people would be inefficient with something that I was like, well, that's half an hour you've thrown away. Oh, you've thrown the C4 on the ground, have you? That's an hour. Thanks.
I remember we got booted from one of the servers because they were like, "There's no way you could have this much C4 this quickly." Yeah. And it's like, no, we just got someone pretty much on it 24/7.
So there's me, Cameron, and Zen, very good at grinding. You very good at base building, organisation. I love Rust, but yeah, the last time we played wasn't great.
I can't play Rust. It gives me too much anxiety. I just can't deal with it.
It's a shame. But soon you'll be have that anxiety with thousands of dollars worth of ships in, so don't you fucking worry. Don't you worry.
That's fine. I can deal with that.
But this is Zin, not Zen. Zen is another one of our friends. If you hear Cameron speak, he says Zin and Zen, which is the same word for both Zin and Zen.
He also says dick and dick.
So he says what?
Dick and dick.
Is that because he wants to varnish his dick?
He wants to varnish his dick.
Okay.
Dick.
Yeah. He does say that. What version of the game is on screen? So we are looking at the video from the 2019 CitizenCon, which is Microtech and sort of like had the mission, which is still not in game yet, although a lot of the parts of everything else are in game. We don't have Pyro yet, either.
It's really bad footage. I'm not enjoying it.
So
It's all are they using a controller
yes,
to do this?
They are.
Oh, it's horrible.
So what I want, I suppose, from using, I'll add it to the tasks, is I want B-roll for Q&A for my AMAs. So, and I suppose that the B-roll for that needs to inspire people to ask questions as well, so it needs to help drive the conversation. However, I do want to actually be playing Star Citizen a lot more. I think we'll dash off in a second, so I'll answer.
Yeah, is this you're currently? I'm going into overtime here.
Oh fuck, she's 5 minutes over. Well, technically, I started an hour late, 40 minutes late today.
You were not late.
Thank you. Said she had to say that. Yeah, thanks, Sin. You will lie for me, you see? That's appreciated. Would you prefer there to be dedicated training levels in Arena Commander where people can learn and practice landings, takeoffs, ATC? Well, there is. There's free flight. That's literally what you can do there. I would like them to bring back the Ghillie tutorial, and general Arena Commander and Star Marine is supposed to be, at least in part, for training. What else have we got? Yeah, so we were talking about the new NVIDIA 3070, 3080, and 3090 a minute ago. So I will look at them and see if it's worthwhile me or Sin or both of us getting them, for sure. Oh, thank you very much, Tech 9653. Thank you very much for coming aboard, Citizen. Very much appreciated. You will be able to partake in some exclusive content that me and Sin will make this week, probably. I think we're all hoping that Star Citizen is going to be a good game. At the very least, it's been an interesting project so far, and I'm very much enjoying it. If you could add or change one thing in Star Citizen, what would you add or change? Communication from the devs needs to be significantly more. I want to add stuff? I don't fucking know. Crafting. I want there to be quite a range of crafting, from munitions to ships. I want players to be able to craft. When Theatres of War, question mark? Soon, I would expect. So Theatres of War actually means in will probably be playing a lot as soon as it's available. So that's the sort of Battlefield style game mode. That's going to be good for us to just chat and sort of like play when we haven't got anything else to do, or I can't think of anything, or we're bored. Do you think it would be a good idea to implement tutorials in Star Citizen as classrooms for each profession individually in various cities? Maybe need some way of teaching people those professions in-game, well, is all I'm saying, and to give accessibility and signposting to them. Have you considered using Vorpix to play Star Citizen in VR? I've done that previously many years ago. There's some videos on my channel for it I would expect still. The 3070 outperforms the 2080 Ti for £500. Mad, guess I'm getting that. That is going to upset me because I... Do you worry that Squadron 42 will be outdated by the time it comes out? No, because it's going to be up-to-date game. Like, there's always going to be games pushing the boundaries with many different things. But they still have to be built, those games. I think Squadron 42 is going to be heavily narrative-driven and very, 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 very good with its mocap and its acting. So it will be sort of like a interactive, highly interactive movie, is the idea. It's not going to be like a proper walking simulator or anything like that. It'll be have a lot of gameplay and that sort of stuff. It's supposed to be a spiritual successor of Wing Commander, I suppose. But I'm not really worried about that. Does need to be released within the next 18 months or so, though. Personal inventory for 3.12. Yeah, I'd say by the end of the year. Any other questions, quick for Zin? Do you think they will still allow custom paint jobs on ships? Yes, in the future there will be aftermarket customization for that. Right.
Frankly, I think just being able to choose colours would be fine.
Yeah. So they've got the at the moment you can buy paints in game, but they're skins. They're full skins. Soon you'll be able to have some form of painting your ships, a little bit more customization with that. We are going to fuck off now. Thank you so much for joining us today. Zin, I'm so sorry for putting you on the spot and having you sit there just sort of like nodding a lot.
Fine. I'm really bad at making conversation. I tried my best.
That's okay. Well,
I'm sorry.
No. So I think what we'll do in the future, if we ever do something like this, we'll be doing something at the same time. So we'll be playing the game, or we'll be doing something else at the same time. I won't ask you to fill dead air. Go, Zin, look into the camera and talk to these people. No, it's perfect. But did you enjoy doing the stream today? Well, Zin did because she gets paid, and she's contractually obliged to say that she likes you all.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, like I said, unfortunately, I don't know an awful lot about Star Citizen. Hopefully, that will be something that will change as I do this job. And a lot of the questions, I'm like, I don't know if that's a good question or not. I honestly don't know. And I'm not just going to keep picking out questions to me because that just seems. I just
read them all. I don't get.
Yeah, but you know what you're talking about.
That is somewhere where you are completely incorrect. But thanks, I appreciate it. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very much for the good chunk of cash that people donated. You mad people, thank you so much. We don't really
the company.
What? To the company.
They donated to the company.
Yeah. The company being BoredGamer Limited, not the company of two people here. Fuck you, Zin. Get off my money. But yeah, genuinely, thank you very much for joining us today. It's very much appreciated. Thank you very much to Zin for doing this stream. As I said, in the future, we'll be doing something a bit more gamer-play-y, so that I don't ask Zin just to stare in front of a camera, because I think that's a bit unfair. And as she said, she doesn't like to just randomly conversate with people, especially when they can't really reply in the same way. But quit playing Apex then. No. We like Apex. Right. Love you guys. We're gonna go stream someone else. Zin, go to the Star Citizen Twitch.
Star Citizen.
So go to my Twitch page and then go to the Star Citizen as a game category to see other Star Citizen streamers. Yeah. You see like me and the Dark Law and Super Mac Brothers. If you can work out how to.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
So let me link. If you go there, and then mumble, go there, and then you can see all the people on Star Citizen Twitch that are streaming Star Citizen.
Oh yeah, there's me.
So there is you, yeah. Yeah, there's me with my eyes closed. I'm not sure if you won't have the same picture as me, but I do. I have the same picture as me. Which one of these people do you want me to host?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's good. That's why I want you to just choose one.
Do you have people you usually go for, or do you just pick someone random?
I've hosted probably all of these people at one point or another. Preferably English. Have to be English speaking. See who she chooses. I'm interested.
I've added English as a tab.
Oh yeah. Good idea.
A tag.
I have got that on my stream, English. That's good to know. Yeah, you'll see a load of improvements to the videos. Zin's
How about this guy?
Who? Which one? Who the fuck is that?
Idea. I don't know. He's doing some mining.
Oh, he's got a hat on. Yeah. We're gonna go. We're gonna go and host Cyber CJ. Fuck yeah. Right. /raid. Cool. Gonna go and host this guy. thank you so much for watching today. Very much appreciated. You should notice the channel look a lot better in the very near future with the B-roll being appropriate to the videos. A lot more content coming on. More interesting things in general. I'll be able to sanity check stuff with Zin, and you'll see us play gameplay together and lots of stuff like that. We are going to...
I've got a question.
Oh,
for
yeah.
What's bell tickling?
I don't know. Is that a sexy thing?
I don't know. They're saying please subscribe, hit that like button, tickle the bell.
Oh, bell tickling.
Tickling the
So
bell?
you know the little bell on YouTube.
Oh, I don't have. I've only got the YouTube chat open.
Oh yeah. So but when you go to a YouTube channel, you can ring that bell to get more updates on their channel. So anytime a video goes live, it sends you an email.
Okay.
That's apparently bell tickling. So remember to tickle that bell, guys. Love you.